Group waiting to take a tour, Carpet Circle, Conrail, Operation Headquarters, just north of Harrisburg.
Because of this combination with the Monongahela Railroad, Mount Laurel is in the process of updating 7 train dispatchers in each state. As long as that is what the consensus is, how they want to track it. If you have any questions, raise your hand and I'll answer your question as we go along, okay? First of all, our communication system. The communication system is called AvTech. AvTech is a name associated with the manufacturer. It is we utilize an infrared touchscreen, which is a series of being acknowledging his inquiry or call, and that he can then start to talk after he hears that tone. Okay? If I'm sure people you monitor the frequencies and you'll hear these tones going back and forth. That's what they are. In the timetable, there is a page that is devoted to those codes, whether it's a pound 1 or a number 5 on the thumb wheel, or if it's 5 clicks. Okay, that's all laid out in the special instructions portion of the timetable. So that's basically what AvTech does. Okay. The train dispatchers, down on their desk, you'll see those big monitors, big screens. They use this. It's the same technology. It's infrared touchscreen. Your finger or pencil breaks the beam, and it tells the dispatching computer that you want to perform a function. Each of the little blocks that are on the screen have to deal with lining a switch, lining a signal, turning a hotbox detector on or off. There's a lot of other functions that they can perform. And what they do is, up on the screens, you have the white lines up there. They represent the static railroad. There's a static railroad. Your primary route, the route is white. The reverse of the switch will be blue. When you reverse that switch, they then switch position. The other one will become white and the other one will become blue. Okay. The trains, as they track along on the white body of the track, when they're in a signal block, okay, and the blocks, we determine the length of the block when we design a signal system, they track as red. Okay. And you'll notice over every red line, you either have a yellow name tag or a blue name tag. Yellow is for west and north. Blue is for east and south. If a train going east stops in a block and changes direction into the next block, the computer recognizes that and will change the symbol from its previous to the latter, blue to yellow or yellow to blue. Okay. The green lines that trace out in front of the red block or track occupancy light is in fact the signal system line that far. Okay. The train dispatcher has the ability to fleet a signal, which is to put it on automatic and let it continue, or they can just lay out that one block and say that we want to give the train a signal from Tara to Capitol and stop right there. Okay. The train dispatcher tells the computer what authority he wants to give that train. Okay. Now, in an interlocking, you have all your switches, and on those main monitors down there, they're a little too busy to put all the switch and signal numbers. So what happens is, when a train dispatcher wants to operate a switch, he'll bring the main monitor and ask for that CP. He brings it down to a local display screen, and each of them have a local display right next to their dispatching monitors, and it'll bring down the interlocking, the same as that's on that board, except it has the corresponding switch and signal numbers. Okay, when they bring the local display down, the graphics on their dispatching monitor will change and will become unique to that one interlocking that's displayed. So then it'll say that this particular one that I have displayed here is Rockville interlocking. And he'll have all the switches and all the signals that are unique to Rockville, and he'll push the screen, the from, and push it, the to, and line the route, and then he'll display the signal. Okay? When we get done, you can all come around and take a look, or if you want, you can move over this way. You can get a better. All it was reversed, so he'll straighten out that switch. He'll put it normal, and then he'll come down to the next set of switches, which is 13 crossover, and he'll reverse the 13, and then he'll have a straight route down onto the control side. Okay. When he sees that that's the route that he wants, he will then acknowledge it. All of a sudden, over each of the CPs, there's a series of letters, and there's a green flag, a red flag, or a yellow flag. The green flag is that the CP is alive and corresponding. Red flag is that the CP is not corresponding. It may be down for a reason, or there's a communications gap. It may ask for a recheck. Okay, they're just not talking back and forth. Where from 3 or 4 seconds to maybe 20 seconds on the switch and how it's corresponding and how they're talking, whether it's interference. And it doesn't really matter if it's up in Buffalo, New York, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, or Landover, Maryland. They're all basically about the same response time. Distance really doesn't affect them much. So, are there any questions so far?
That screen is Rockville.
Over into Rutherford, where it meets up.
CP Banks to
It also
Capital.
controls the Lurgan branch and Hagerstown secondary. It controls the entrances into
Lewistown,
the entrance up to CP Stony.
Altoona.
Yeah. And he controls down the Royal Brentworth, the Redundancy line, or the Harrisburg line down to Birdsboro. And at Birdsboro, we make a cut in the middle of nowhere, half the remaining section over to Harrisburg South. He's kind of like a catch-all. He has a little bit of everything.
That light power coming out of
The next desk
out of Nola for Coast
controls the Enola branch, the Royal branch out to from Roy down. The
short turnaround or something.
Virginia and North Carolina. So, and he also controls Pope's Creek, which is mainly a coal line down in the Washington area. We have 2 major coal-powered generating stations at Chalk Point, Morgantown, Maryland, and that's Potomac Electric. They power the Washington area. The next desk over is the Buffalo line. Buffalo line takes over right above Stony here. On this number 1 screen in the middle, the one with the Rockville Bridge in it, upper left-hand quadrant is CP Stony. He controls CP Gravity, which is 8 miles outside of Buffalo. There are a couple hundred miles of other branches up there that are non-signal. We have some of them graphically displayed, and that's mainly to allow the dispatcher to put up a blocking. A couple of years ago, we didn't have that.
Harrisburg to Buffalo board.
Most of all the equipment that you see here is duplicated in the other centers. Okay, we have 2 computers. These are the host computers. There's an A unit and a B unit. The A is the primary unit. It has all the information that's needed to run the facility. The B unit is identical, has all the same information. And the reason for 2 is A is primary, B is secondary. A goes down, B keeps running. That's how you keep the center running. The center itself has its own generating station. In case of commercial power failure, right behind you is a UPS system, kind of like what you have at home on your PC, uninterrupted power source. It's a battery backup. what happens is commercial power drops below a certain level and the UPS system kicks in. As soon as the UPS system kicks in, it runs everything on batteries for about 2-3 minutes. While it's switching over, we've got a giant diesel generator out back. It's about the size of a Mack truck. And as soon as the UPS system goes on, the diesel generator fires up. And it generates, I don't know, 5,000 gigawatts of like emergency lighting. Every other light will be lit, okay? Certain computers will be on. Certain telephones will be on.
A nerve center. Setup A. Computer setup B. B is for the backup.
Oh no, we have computers that detect viruses. Believe me. Okay, what I'd like you to do, you can walk down the lower level.
The handles are set. We got more traffic.
One of 7 Conrail nerve centers. This is just north of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.